I'm going to share this message. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to give it a few moments to see who joins us. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in if you were able to tune in. So, we're just going to talk about, don't let their actions control you. Okay. So, I'm going to give it a few moments to see who joins and we'll go from there. Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for just clicking on the video and hope you are doing great. This is just a less chat session, and we're going to be talking about don't let their actions control you. Okay. Hey Teresa, I was thinking about you when I created this. I'm like, I don't know why. Maybe it's just um could have been telepathically, but I was wondering. I'm like, I wonder is anybody up right now? Teresa or any of the other regular one. Yeah, I was just it was so strange. Oh man. Yeah, I was gonna get on again to do the live about narcissists, but I actually fell asleep. So I just said maybe, just maybe it wasn't meant for me to get on. Maybe it was meant for me to get some rest. And here I am again. Restless, okay. I know how that can be. Definitely know how that can be. Definitely know how it can be to not be able to sleep or not feeling well or you know. Yes, I just want to touch bases with everybody, see where they are as far as, the actions of others and how are we handling that stuff. What are we doing that's healthy to get past it, you know? Because a lot of times we can be so caught up in what somebody is doing or what somebody has done, you know, trying to get my microphone together, y'all, that we forget to just live. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I feel like as we get older, we're supposed to get wiser. um, I feel like we learn how to better handle things. You know, even things that happen that you never even thought in a million years would happen. It just seems like if you've been through enough or you've been through a few things, you just learn how to adapt. You learn how to adjust and follow through without a whole lot of extra reaction or crazy crazy back and forth energy with people because a lot of times people just want a reaction from you. You know, people just want a reaction. They want to try to get you to your most negative and low vibrational point. And when they can't get you there, they lose their power. They lose their control. And I think a lot of times when we're not in a space to just let go, we can fall in that trap of just, just being stuck there, going back and forth with somebody, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Right. I don't think a lot of us were, Teresa. I think a lot of us probably were emotionally unavailable or emotionally sort of immature a little bit because we you just didn't know. And when you know better, you do better. And there is no manual when it comes to dealing with everything in life. It's trial and error. Well, I mean, we got the Bible, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't come out the womb with a little manual on your side, So it's just trial and error. It's about figuring out what works, figuring out what doesn't work, and just doing your best to have a wholesome life. Are we still on? Is everybody still here? Trauma happened early in life at the hands of my siblings. I'm sorry to hear that. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe some more people will join us. If not, then feel free, Teresa, if you have anything to point out on this topic. You know, I'm all eyes and ears, and maybe we'll get other people to come in. I usually don't have a whole lot of people in the lives like this for some reason, but we're here. Hey, Heart Soul, what's going on? Hey, hey, what's going on? My oldest brother was emotionally abusive. Yeah, that's always the worst. Emotional abuse. Oh, y'all know I try not to say that word too much on YouTube because we get flagged, but it is the worst form and it stays with you the longest. It stays with you longer because it affects you emotionally, mentally, physically as well. You doubt yourself before you become who you're supposed to be. You know, when you're growing up or just trying to figure out life, your siblings and your family, all that plays such a huge role in your development. So if you come from a situation where your family is not healthy, that it's toxic and all these things, it makes a huge difference. No, it probably stayed, that type of treatment stays with you longer, you know, stays with you longer. And I don't think people understand how much that really affects a person. A lot of times people want you to just forget it and all this kind of, and you would love to just forget it. He thought it was funny to cause great fear in me. You see, and that's not funny. That's not funny. I don't know what maybe he had going on, the whole bullying thing, but it wasn't funny, you know? It was not funny at all. He was jealous. That happens too. That happens, you know, that happens as well. It's just like I was talking about in the last reading I did last night, which we're in a whole different day now. Most of us are. I know we on different time zones. But I was talking about how even now, hey Heart, so let me read your comment first. For me, I have worked so hard to change it within me. That's great. That's great. And continue to do that. Continue to do that because even if you, like I tell people, you can't change another person, you probably can't even change the situation, but you can change how you react and how you respond. Few years ago, I told him about it and he didn't care. Yeah, because see, he may be still emotionally unaware. You know what I mean? He may be still emotionally unaware. And a lot of times people, they don't want to admit when they're wrong. They don't want to admit when they're wrong. Yeah. So I just wanted to just briefly talk about not letting the actions of other people. Ooh, hey Rose, let me read this. I don't know what we're exactly talking about, but I'm up and surprised you're on. I can't sleep because of the amount of stress on me right now due to the person I was involved with, which I'm assuming aren't cruel jokes. They are cruel. Exactly. Exactly, Teresa. Might be close to what you guys are talking about. Yeah, Rose, thank you for sharing. Yeah, we're just talking about, the actions of a lover, friends, family, anything. About how to overcome that. About how to get on the other side of it. Because the one thing we can't control is what people say and what people do. But we can control how we respond and how we react. You know, that's where we have the control. That's where we have the leverage. You get what I'm saying? And I was let me hit on this topic right here. A lot of you, if you have been tuning in with me, you know that I have had a constant situation with my family, this and that. Not trying to go into too much detail, but I'm just gonna put it out there like this. So I noticed, you know, it's a different time now. In the situation, a lot of things have changed for the better. As far as my grandma and stuff like that. But you still got the petty behavior. And people gonna be who they are, right? So my grandmother, she doesn't really do the things that she used to do. Of course, as we get older, we gonna change. We're gonna change. It's just what it is. I tell her all the time, I say, if I live to be your age, I hope I look as good as you. I hope I'm able to get around as good as you are. I hope I'm able, you know what I'm saying? Because to be almost 90 years old and she's doing the things she does is a blessing. Oh man, Teresa, it's even worse. Teresa is even worse. So she asked me to put, she said, I need your phone number. I need you and your mom's phone number because we have gotten new numbers in the last 6, 7 months. So new phones and all this stuff. So I wrote the numbers down on a piece of paper because she asked me to, not thinking anything of it. I just wrote them on a piece of notebook paper. I tore the sheet out of the little notepad and I placed it on the refrigerator. I wrote it real big so that my grandmother could see it. And then I go there yesterday because I called my grandma and I asked her what was she up to. She said she wanted some fried chicken. So I went to KFC and I got an 8 piece for her and I took it over there. So I go and excuse me, y'all. And I'm standing there in the kitchen and I look where I put the and she said it was so good, Teresa. I look where I put the numbers, hung it up on the refrigerator. And you know, my cousin, which is my aunt's daughter, she wrote all over the paper. I'm like, this petty bitty. Petty. I'm like, this is so grade school. Oh my gosh. I felt bad for her because in my mind, it was two feelings I had there. The feeling of shame for her, and two, is disheartening. You get what I'm saying? That you willing to just be just that immature. You know, you showing that you got some stuff. You got some stuff with you. And you are a petty Betty. So you being the person that I am, and this is the example I want to give y'all. I thought about it. I said, how can I handle this situation? So I decided. I took the paper down. I threw it away. There's a dry erase board up there that my grandmother had when she did have home health. She has actually graduated from having home health. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that she's no longer qualifies to be on home health, you know? And that is a blessing. When you got a patient that graduates from home health or hospice, that is a huge blessing. Yeah. I said, look at God. You know what I mean? So that was amazing. So she doesn't have to have that anymore, right now. And we're blessed. So she doesn't qualify. Hey, Beaks, what's going on? And I took the paper down, y'all. I didn't try to make a new list. I took it down. I cleaned the dry erase board. There was some positive affirmation magnets that I had up there. I took those down. There was two of them. And I just left the picture up there that she posted, that she put up there of herself and her youngest child. I just left it up there, y'all, because the one thing I know is that somebody has to be the adult. And clearly, it's not going to be them. It's not going to be them. So I decided, I said, this is just paper. This is just pictures. Let me just start fresh. And whatever they want to do after this, that's on them. Because the one thing about it, I can't change her. I can't change my aunt. I don't want to. But I can change how I respond, how I react. And a person, there's not a whole lot you can do when a person just shuts everything completely down. What are you going to do if the person just says you won? And basically that's what I'm saying. You won. Oh yeah, Rose, it's tough. It's tough. But I just say you won, sis. You winning. I'm so glad you came in, Beats. I hope you're having a great time at work. I hope you're having a good night or morning, whatever your time zone is. So glad to see you. My niece and I had a good relationship when she was younger, but things aren't good anymore. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Rose. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. But I took the high road in that situation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rose. I took the high road in that. And it saddened me. It made me feel, oh, God, there ain't no talking to these people. Rose, there ain't no talk. You can't talk to them. No, we tried that. Me and my mom, we tried that. I've had interventions with them, and they still do dumb stuff. So they ain't ready. I have had an intervention with all of my family members because I'm the type of person that if I can't say it to your face, I'm not gonna say it at all. And whatever I say one time, I can say it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. It don't matter. Cause if I can't be real, I'm not gonna do anything. I've always been like that. And I've had my chance. 333. Thank you, Beats, for that. I had my chance to speak to certain ones. And I thought everything was handled. I thought and then you got I was very disgusted and betrayed by the person I was involved with as well as yeah. And I was just like, I looked up there, I said, now, I shook my head because I'm like, wow, we at this point. We at this point that now you're going to try to just take a jab any way you can. So I said, I'm going to be the bigger person today. And I got rid of the paper. I got rid of everything that was up there. I told my grandma, I said, I'm going to clean all. She said, well, just take it down. Then she said, I can't see the numbers no way. I can't. She said, I can't really make out the numbers no way. I said, I'm going to do that. And I just cleaned that area off. And I left it right there. And anything they want to put up there from here on out, that's on them. I'm not going to be in the midst of that. Because that's petty. That's petty. Because I know one day when they get to a place of really looking at things, they're gonna see that all this was never worth it. They're gonna see that. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow. But one day they're gonna look back and they're gonna see that all this stuff was never worth it. But in order for people to get there, you have to just show them that, that you're willing to take the high road. Oh yeah, Rose, she's a mess. She's a mess. She's a mess. But you have to pray for people like that. You have to pray for them, and you have to move on. You have to pray for a person like that and get away from them. Because somebody like that will drain you, and they'll just take all the good that you have been working so hard to have. But then can things be fixed? Um I don't know. That's a great question. You know, I believe in forgiving people. I believe in forgiving people. I believe in starting anew. But I also believe that there are some things that need to stay broken. You know, sometimes certain relationships need to stay broken so that one or both of the people can have peace in their own life. Sometimes the answer to a problem is to not deal with a person anymore. When you can leave a person alone and you're happy, guess what? That person probably was weighing you down. If you can leave a situation with a person and you're happier, that person was probably weighing you down in some way. You know, like the worst, and it's not my first rodeo, but this has been the worst. Yeah. And so I'm not interested in fixing anything. I just, I have forgiveness in my heart. I have forgiveness in my heart, but I'm not interested in trying to be a happy family. And I'm not into that, because it's been a situation where, I mean, it just got out of hand. I'm like, it just got completely out of hand. My aunt, she has called my mom a bee, and y'all, it's just, this stuff is crazy. Family drama, walk away from it. Leave it there. Just leave it. Just leave it. And I had to tell my mom, I said, look, I know that's your sister. I know her calling you out your name is not what nobody would like that, because I know I wouldn't like it. But at the same time, when people can't control you, they want to control how people see you. And that usually doesn't work. Have to try to fix it with, because it's going to eat at me. Yeah, my aunt trying to fix things with me. I'm not interested. She been trying to talk to me for a while, but I'm not into that. Uh-uh. When you try to jump in my face to fight me, yeah, there's a scar there. I want her to be blessed. I want her to have wellness. I wouldn't mind helping her if I had to, because that's the person I am. If you in trouble, I'm gonna help you. But as far as having a relationship, I'm not worried about that. Honestly. I treat her just like I would do a total stranger. Because I would help a total stranger save their life. I would help a total stranger get something to eat or get clothes that they didn't have. I would do that. So, and I feel like that is suitable, because if I try to meet her energy, if I treated her the way that I've been treated, then I'm no better than her. So I would much rather fall back. So, I'm not into, I don't know how it feels, you know, on their end. I try not to sit in my feelings too long. It only hurts me. The other person is fine and dandy. That's true, Teresa. Yeah, you got to feel the feelings, and then you got to let go. You got to let go. And you can't make a person emotionally aware. You can't. Now, because I know them so well, now that I have cleaned the canvas, even if they put something else on that refrigerator, it's never going to be the same, because in the back of their mind, guess what? I took a stand and just cleaned it up and said it ain't worth it. Without me saying anything, I said it with what? My actions. It's not worth it. So whatever you do after this is on you. It is. Yeah, that's true, Teresa. Yeah. Sometimes you got to let people feel like it's okay for them to do what they're doing. You got to let them feel it, but your actions need to show them that it's not okay. And what I mean by that is, you're being disrespected. Don't tolerate it. You being lied to, don't tolerate it. You being cheated on, don't tolerate it. This is how you deal with people that cause you grief. You let them feel like they're right, but then you take yourself and you move along. You strive to be better. You strive to be the bigger person in whatever capacity that is for you, but you strive to be better. Because if this person is willing over time to do you in, why do you need them? Mm-hmm. Teresa, that's true. That is true. I had to learn that as well. It's the disappointment that gets you. It's the disappointment that gets you. You know, it's the disappointment that gets most people. And so I know for me, yeah, that's true, Teresa. Yeah. I know for me, if I were to act crazy like that, I would feel so guilty. You know what I mean? I just would. But it would make me feel even worse if I couldn't get anything out of that person. And they just walked away. Rose, speaking to my niece would be being the bigger person, but the ex, I hope to never see him again. Yeah, but it's big mess on both sides. Oh yeah. And the thing about it, y'all, you can't make a person want to talk to you. You can't make a person you can't make people do anything. And you shouldn't want to. And you shouldn't want to. There are family members that I chose to separate from for my own mental health. You know, sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. Because a lot of times, the things that you'll put up with in your family, you'll find that you'll put up with that with other people, with friends, relationships, you know. So, let the best man win. Let the best woman win. They want to feel like they winning. Let them win. Don't try to compete. Don't try to tit for tat. All that. Just let them feel like they won. Just let them feel that way. I promise you it's going to make them feel small. It is very personal when betrayal happens. I have been cheated on before. It injures me as women. Yeah, it does. It does, Teresa. Yeah, absolutely. Betrayal is hard to cope with. It's hard. Even if you feel it intuitively that something is off, it's still hard. You know? It's still hard. Not competing for anyone. I ain't doing nothing. At this point in the game, I ain't. Man, you say you don't want to talk to me. I'm in the zone of, okay, be blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. When you're doing wrong, you're doing wrong. Some people will keep right on talking to people that do them wrong and all that. I'm not one of those people. Sorry to hear that, Teresa. I'm not one of those people that can keep dealing with you and you've done me wrong. I can't do it. I forgive you. And I'll even listen to you if you want to apologize. I forgive you, but I can't. It's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. Yeah. And kudos to anyone that's been able to walk away from unhealthy situations with relationships, friends, family. Bravo to you. And bravo to those who are actively working on walking away from unhealthy situations. Because life is short, y'all. You don't have time to be dealing with folks that don't know how to treat you, or they know how, they just don't want to do what's right. You don't have time for that. You were not placed on this earth to surround yourself with people that act like they don't know how to treat you. You get what I'm saying? There ain't no way. There is no way you were placed here to be mistreated. There's no way. So when you got people mistreating you, thank you, Beats. You know what you need to do. Family, friend, I don't care who it is. Stand for something. Stand for being respected. Stand for being heard. Stand for being treated well. Be the example. Like my cousin. She want to be the child, so I had to show her who the adult is. Let me show her that all this stuff you doing, sis, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You drawing negativity to you. But I'm rebuking it from me. I'm going to let you sit there and make you feel like you won. You feel like you won? Hey, you can have the trophy, the free dinner, and all that. I'm going to walk away with my spirit being clean. I'm going to walk away with my head held high. Because I decided to walk away from something it's not worth it. That's right, Rose. Yeah. You gotta have a situation in your life where you let people stand on however they want to be. Hey, Teresa, I think when someone hurts us, that is supposed to be protecting us. Yeah, really is devastating. Not feel safe in any relationship isn't a real relationship. That's true, Teresa. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's any relationship. Love relationship, family, friends, your co-workers, anything. Every situation that you have a relationship in. When you get hurt by folks or you get disappointed, pay attention to that. It bothers you, but it shows you just a little bit more into that person's character. I look at it now when I see more and more of a person, I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you for showing me one more thing. Thank you for showing me something else that I needed to see so I can continue to stay away from this person. Thank you, Lord. When he showed you a person's character, you're supposed to rejoice. It hurts your feelings, especially, you know, it hurts your feeling at first, but in the long run, when you get past all the pain, all the hurt of it, you'll see it. You'll see it. Takes a little while, but you'll see it. So let people feel like it's okay to reject you. Let people feel like it's okay to try to win. Sometimes you just need to just hand them the trophy and say, here, I'm forfeiting the game. You win. I'll put my hands up. You got it. Because these individuals that have hurt us, rejected us, shouldn't even had the chance to get back. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to let people feel like they won and you walk away with your integrity. It's not about who won or who lost, it's about how you played the game. It's not about winning or losing, it's how did you play the game. Did you give it your all and then walk away? Or did you not give your all and you took the coward's way? If you gave it your all and then you removed yourself, really and truly, you won. But if that person can win with very little effort and being malicious towards you, that's a cheap win. That's right, Teresa. Yeah. It's usually all about where a person is in that moment. Yep. It's usually where a person is in their life at that moment when they can be mean to you or treat you bad or talk about you and all this kind of stuff. Think about it. You got to really be in a dark space to just try to cause somebody some pain, you know? So, just like with me, y'all, and just like a lot of you, my cousin one day, she's going to look at her life and she's going to see the error of her ways. But guess what? I'm not going to want to have a conversation about what she's done or what she wished she hadn't done. I'm going to want her to be blessed and be over there. Them in my space, wrong and wrong, they have taught me a lot about me and how hurt I really was. That's right. Yeah. People teach you things by their actions. Sometimes it can show pieces of you. I was one time in my life when I was way younger, in my late teens, I used to do dumb stuff like that when I didn't know any better. But when you grow up and you really work on yourself and you realize that trying to cause people pain is not where it's at, but working on being a blessing is where it's at. Huh. And this is how the Lord work, y'all. So after I went over there to visit my grandma and took her some chicken and this and that, that's why I flow. I just flow. I'm just like ocean, just flow. Whoop, whoop. You know, I don't stress about a lot. My life is not perfect, but I'm a hardworking individual, have a big heart. And when I love and care and stuff like that, that's just what it is. And I love family and all that. So after I left there, because I'm in a better place in my life, I said, I got in my truck and I was like, Lord, help them. Only you can deliver them from this craziness. Help them. I'm leaving in your hands. And I left it there. I left it there. And then I was reminded of what I need to focus on. You know, I had two people to reach out to me for readings. Boom, boom, boom. Back to back. It was back to back. I said, okay, that's a sign. Get back to it. You know what I mean? Get back to it. That happened, but duty calls. You got something else you need to do. You know? Two readings come in. Exactly. Teresa, yeah. That's the same with me. I pray that they find peace. I pray that they see the error of their ways and it's not cool to try to hurt people. You know, I'm glad I know how they are. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad. I'm so grateful that I know. Because at one time I didn't know. But when you know what you know, It's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. And you can keep living because you know that you've done the very best. You see, my cousin, she didn't think about the time where when she was looking for another job and she contacted me, want me to look at her resume, want me to try to help her with her resume. And I did it. I did it. I reconstructed the whole resume, made a cover letter, told her what to do on the interview, or made suggestions on how to answer the questions on the interview, and she got the job the same day. That's why I tell people God don't like ugly. So while she trying to throw dirt on me, you dig your own grave when you do that. Just let people feel like they winning, y'all. Let them keep shoveling that dirt on you, because one day they're going to turn around. When they get tired of shoveling dirt on you, they're going to turn around. And guess what? Y'all ready? When they get finished shoveling all this dirt on your name, all this dirt on your character, all this dirt on you, guess what they're left with? They're going to throw that shovel down. They're going to look from the left to the right. They're going to spin around, and they're going to be standing in the middle of their own grave. Think about it. You shoveling dirt, trying to throw somebody under the bus. You shoveling dirt, and they standing in a hole. Standing there, and now they got to climb out of the hole because they spent so much time digging a hole for you that they dug one for themselves, trying to cover you up in dirt, trying to cover your name up in lies, trying to cover you up by being deceptive, being deceitful. And the whole time, you were being protected. You kept right on walking. I'm not saying life is perfect, because it's not. Will you be tested? Absolutely. Will you have hardships? Absolutely. But it doesn't have to be unbearable. Life is livable once you figure out how to move and you do the most important thing, and that's treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, when you do that, man, the world is your oyster. You're not going to get along with everybody. Everybody's not going to get along with you, and that's okay. But when people start bothering you, I don't care if it's the smallest thing. Let them feel like they won. Just let them feel like they won. Don't go back and forth with them. You don't have to do any of that. Just shut it down, shut down shop, and keep it pushing. Because your purpose and your intent is greater. It's greater. Hey, Luke, your purpose and your intent is far greater than what they're trying to do. Most times people want you to get down to their little short level because of where they are in life. But when you choose to take the high road, that's everything. That's everything. You got to let people feel like they won, y'all. And that takes for you to really work on your ego, for you to really work on your pride. A lot of times people want to do tit for tat, blah, 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 blah. Nah, I'm the person that shut down shop. Like I said earlier, I'm that person. Y'all remember in some of the movies where guy meets girl, girl gets mad, he cheats on girl, she can't take it. She's been a good woman to him. She can't understand it. She's devastated when she found out that he cheat. Guy goes to see girl and knocks on the door, and the door is open. But when he opened the door, the whole apartment is cleared out. She's moved. Furniture's gone. It's just like a brand new apartment. Like it's a vacant space. It's clean and she's no longer there. I'm that woman that'll disappear just like that. I will disappear just like that. But I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna make sure my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed But I will remove myself from the situation. The girl, she doesn't try to go and get revenge on the guy. She just go ahead. She pack all her stuff. She just goes. Especially if they had an apartment together. He comes home. She's moved completely out. He can't get her on the phone. He's trying to call this person and that person. They're like, I don't know where she is. You know, she got a new phone. I'm that person. When I get tired of you, I'm tired. When I get tired of you and your actions, I'm tired. And I'm just going to let you have what I'm just going to put my hands up and say, hey, you win. You can have a trophy. That's right, Teresa. Like, here, you can have a trophy. We don't even have to go to round 3. Here, you win. But most times when you give people the floor or when you give them the trophy, they don't want it. Y'all ever noticed that? When you give people the power or you give them that feeling of you won, they don't want it. Because they want you to keep going back and forth with them. Because that's the childish behavior in them. But I'm a person, I shut it down. Shut it all the way down. I'm not about to do all that. I'm not going to do all that. But I'm that person that I will get completely away from the situation. I will do like this. If I've tried all that I could do, if I've talked and talked and talked, and we still can't get along, or you still want to be like that, I'm going to wash my hands of it. And I'm through with it. I'm through with it. That's right. Teresa, just like that. I'm through with it. Why are you going to keep staying somewhere and you're not wanted there? Why are you going to keep staying there and then not appreciate you? No, you don't have but one good time to show me that you don't appreciate me. And I'm out. I'm gone. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't want to hear none of that. Your actions have shown it all. And you remove yourself from the situation. Okay, Rose. So y'all, we're about to end the live. I can't believe we've been up here an hour already. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, coming through. I hope you got something from this message. You know, but yeah, don't be afraid to walk away. It does not make you a punk. It does not make you weak. Actually, it makes you very strong. It really does. It makes you come off as it shows that you're very strong and that you're an adult. You're mature. It's showing that you are a mature adult who don't have time for childish behavior. You don't even have to say that. You can show that by your actions. You don't have time for childish behavior. And please stay away from petty betties and petty bennies. You have respect for yourself. Yeah, there you go, Teresa. Yeah. Stay away from petty betties and petty bennies. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If that's all a person got to do is try to get under your skin by doing dumb stuff, you don't need them. Somebody want to keep pushing the limit and you've already told about your boundaries and they still want to overstep your boundaries. You know what you need to do. I'll stay away from Petty Betty and whatever his name. Yeah, Petty Benny. Petty Betty and Petty Benny. You don't need them. Why you need to be try to be around somebody that's always trying to be petty towards you? Good night, Rose. Why? Show them what an adult looks like. Show them what a mature adult looks like. And a mature adult looks like somebody that's taking the high road, that's taking their power and moving forward. Because most times, people don't really know what to do with you when you love yourself. People don't know what to do with you now. When you love yourself and you don't play about you, because I don't play about me. They don't know what to do with that because they don't love who they are. Nope, that's right, Beaks. We ain't got time for that. We out here trying to follow our purpose and try to make the world a better place in our own way. We can't heal the whole world, but your part in the world, you can make a significant impact. Even if you only help 2 or 3 people, you can help to change somebody's way of thinking or for themselves. You probably can help somebody love themselves more. You probably be able to help somebody. When you tapped into your divine purpose, you will see that your purpose is a whole lot. It weighs a whole lot more than this petty, crazy behavior of these individuals in the world. And you don't have time for it unless you're going to take away from your mission and get caught up in it. I'm choosing the high road. Anybody that can't take the high road with me, they just stay right there, right where they are on the dirt road. I'm trying to take the high road, that 8-lane highway. I'm trying to take that, but I can only go down 1 lane. But I say 8 lanes because, there's so many different lanes you can go in life. But I got that one steady lane. One steady lane. Sorry to hear that, spiritual fawn. Yeah. Keep your eye on what you know is promised to you. That's peace, the desires of your heart, and fortune. Not just money, but things that money can't buy. Your joy. Do you know how beautiful it is, y'all, to wake up on a Saturday morning? I mean, it's beautiful to wake up on any day, but a day like a Saturday or a Sunday when you don't have to work and you get up and you walk your dog or whatever you do in the morning, you shower, you get yourself together, you get your favorite cup of coffee, and you sit down and read some articles, or you watching TV and you got peace in your home. You got peace in your spirit. There's nothing like it. You can't buy that peace. You can buy a new car. You can buy a new piece of furniture. You can buy clothes. You can buy all these things. You can even fix your body with money, but you can't buy peace. Most times, that's why people spend so much money, because they're not happy. They're trying to find happiness. And they think it's through the dollar bills, but it's not. Happiness comes from within. Those Saturday mornings or whatever day it is that you off on the weekend or even during the week, when I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. And you got peace in your house or your apartment, whatever you live in, wherever you live, you got peace. Even driving in your car, you got peace. I will take that peace any day over problems. You're going to have your situation, you're going to have your hardships, but I'm talking about problems as in negative Nancy's, negative Neds. You don't need them. Negative Nelsons and negative Nancy's. Why you need them? Always bringing you down, always talk, always sad, always this, trying to take little cheap shots at you. They sitting up jealous of where you've come from. They don't know your story. You jealous of the aftermath of this, but you don't know about the blood, sweat, and tears it took for that person to get to what they are. You just see the fruit of it. You don't see the work that this person has put in to get to where they are. But it's not for them to see that. It's meant for you to walk away from that person and live your own life. Pray for them. Pray for them. Ask God to work with that. Ask God to work with that person's heart because there's something with them. And he will do it. And you just got to keep living. You got to keep living, y'all. Staying caught up in all this stuff about how people have done. I know what hurt you. I'm not making light of that. But we can't change it. We can't make a person act right. We can't make a person talk right. The only thing we can do is control how we're going to react, respond, and what we're going to do with it from this day forward. When you see that a person is not healthy for you, you need to leave them alone. I don't care who it is. Somebody you've been dating for years, friend, family, co-worker, whoever. You need to leave them alone and you need to just deal with them on a need to know basis if you have to be in close proximity, like at your job or your family or whomever. Even you got children with them. It needs to be a need to know basis. And that's it. Because you got to protect yourself and let that person go and deal with themselves. Let them deal with who they are. Okay? I hope this helps somebody. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, y'all. Have a great night. Stay safe and blessed. Remember that you're worth it always. I definitely will be back later on. Today we're in a whole new day. So I will be back later. After lunchtime. It is 4:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. So I will be back on later, okay? Have a great one, y'all. Stay safe and blessed. And remember that you're worth it, okay? I can't stress that enough. Okay? Have a good one. Bye, y'all.